Excuse me? Do you have an internship for this summer?
I interned last year. I'm an incoming SWE at Atlassian now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just
Do you want-
graduated.
Oh, wow. Congrats. I wanted to ask you, do you have a couple minutes to share your internship experience? And if since you're incoming SWE, love to hear about how you're not getting cooked by this market.
Um,
I take 1 minute, it's chops.
um, yeah, okay.
Okay. A lot of people say the market is really cooked. What is the one thing that students underestimate but actually getting an internship in software engineering?
They're demotivated from the start because of how much negativity we hear about the market being cooked, when in reality, there are some steps that you can take to kind of increase your odds, just networking, polishing up your resume, and really putting in the impact and passion in any of your past projects or past experiences.
When recruiting for software engineering internships, a lot of people say to emphasize products, like you said. But what do you think is the biggest mistake you see with students, though, when actually trying to get products for their resume?
Number one mistake I see are generic projects. With the breakthrough of AI and LLMs, everybody is kind of making either wrappers for their models or they're kind of making simple chatbots. And at that point, all the candidates start looking the same. The way to avoid this is to think outside of the box. Think about what are the other unique, importantly, their impact might be within tech.
A lot of times, though, students will create great projects, but not know how to actually showcase them on their resume. So how do you create great projects and actually focusing all the parts of the projects on your resume to make yourself stand out?
Is really highlight metrics and stats on your resume to showcase the impact, right? Because your project is going to be as great as you can show it to be. And that way, given the 3-bullet space that you might have on your already packed resume, you might be able to kind of express the most impact of your project.
What do you think separates a good SWE resume from a great SWE resume?
Definitely showcases technical aptitude, which is honestly expected. So, if you have space on your resume, maybe include a leadership section. If you're, involved in tech clubs or anything relevant to the field that you're applying to.
Every single CS manager I know is doing one thing, that's lead coding. What is your biggest tip to lead code effectively, especially as somebody who's trying to break into tech?
The biggest mistake that I see is people try to cram lead code questions, right? It's like you do none for a few weeks and all of a sudden you're trying to do 20 questions on the same day. The whole idea of lead code is that all the questions are kind of pattern based, right? They're divided up by different topics and each one of them have a pattern. So instead of jam cramming them to kind of effectively lead code would be to better spread them out. Even if you're doing 1 or 2 questions a day, just being consistent and letting your brain absorb and understand the patterns for.
And you mentioned the biggest mistake, but I'm curious to know, what is the one thing that separates a good lead coder from a great lead coder?
A good lead coder knows how to just solve problems really quickly. A great lead coder understands the concepts and patterns behind them such that when they're told to verbalize their thinking process, they're able to do so very effectively and are able to answer any follow-ups as to why they chose a certain data structure over another or how might they optimize it.